Hey, everybody, your friendly neighborhood Glenn here, and thanks for tuning into No Vacancy News today. So, listen, we've been following this extended stay hotel story for quite some time. I've been very bullish on it because it's such a great idea for an investment. Now, if I actually had the money to invest in hotels, I would be investing in this particular segment. So, it's no surprise that we're seeing more players get in a meaningful way. Most recently, our good friends over at Wyndham Hotels and Resorts have announced Project Echo, which you can see right here. Brand new extended stay concept focused in the economy segment. And to talk to us about it, we got Mr. Chip Olson, Chief Development Officer at Wyndham Hotels and Resorts. Chip, great to see you, my friend. Congratulations.
And
before
great
I
to
say
see
a word,
you.
I got to say, you've already got 50 deals lined up and you don't even have a name.
That's correct. That's correct.
It's amazing.
You know what? We couldn't be more excited to be in this segment and to launch the brand at this time. And yes, we have 50 deals already signed. We will have multiple deals in the ground actually by this summer. It is such a great segment. As you said, such a hot segment. But the reason it is, and the reason we have this is we actually partner with some phenomenal partners. As you know, we're working with Sandpiper and both Gulf Coast to partner on this, along with a bunch of other developers. But we were excited to announce our first two partners on this as launch partners.
That's great. And I think that puts a whole lot behind it. And as Chief Development Officer, it's going to make your job a lot easier, which I think is absolutely fantastic. So one of the things that we're seeing now is that everybody's going to this market. So you've got to approach it a little bit differently. Why do you think you have the secret sauce that the investment community is going to be? I got to get behind Chip. I got to get behind Jeff Bellotti. I'm going all in with Project Echo and Wyndham Hotels and Resorts.
Well, when you look at Wyndham, right, no one knows the economy space like us. Project Echo is what we do best. It really shares the insights and learnings of some of the industry's most successful operators. It's a win for the guests, it's a win for Wyndham, and it's a win for our developers as we all partner together. But the reason it makes sense is 50% of our guests are in that economy segment. We know the guests. We know their travel habits. We know what they're doing. So for us not to be in this segment, it was really that white space that we said, whenever we launch a brand, we take that real thoughtful approach. And we saw this huge white space there. And we said, now's the perfect time for us to do it. And so we worked on it. We had a germ of an idea back pre-pandemic. We continued to work with it. And then this summer, we really went all in and we brought some of the biggest developers out in the industry in the economy extended stay space together and really worked with them on developing this project.
So Chip, what are they looking for in this type of product and how did you address those needs?
Yeah. So what they look for in the product is how do we get the best ROI? It's what every developer is looking for whenever they enter into a segment or enter into building a prototype. And so one of my favorite moments I tell everybody is we got together. We've been very successful in our launch of Microtel Moda and La Quinta. And so we worked with our design development department, who's handled all the new construction and building of the prototypes of that. And we went to an outside firm to help us with the architectural plans for it. We get on full of these extended stay developers who this is what they know. They know this space better than anybody. And we put up one of the most beautiful boxes you've ever seen, right? It had pop outs, it had an A-frame roof, it had all this gorgeous thing. And we get up there and said, what do you think? And there was that silence in the room where everybody's looking and said, man, that's a beautiful hotel. And then one person says, but we could never afford to build that and get a return on it. And we had the architect sitting in the room. You saw his face kind of drain like, oh. But then we sat with him and we come up with the design behind you. And now we have an efficient building. The average room size are 300 square feet, 50,000 square foot total building for 124 keys.
Wow.
You can build it on 1.79 acres. When you start to look at all that, you look at the efficiencies of that building, that's where you start to get the returns. And that's where the developers got really excited at the end product.
I'll tell you, you seem to have done a great job with the final look that we're seeing over here. I like it. Just when you think you can't create a new cool box, you've managed to do it. And I think it really tells folks that this is the type of experience that they're going to get inside once they see that outside, right?
Correct. There's a huge travel population right now that's looking for that extended stay segment, right? When you think about people that have bought and sold homes and maybe their new home isn't ready yet, they need to spend 30 days somewhere or 60 days somewhere. This is the product they're going to be looking for. When you look at the nurses, the traveling nurses, the truck drivers, construction workers, as the infrastructure bill gets passed, right? We have those relationships and they all looking for someplace to stay. And so that's where we said, this is the right product at the right time to launch.
Yeah, that's great. I can't wait to see more about it and learn as we get a little bit further along on the project. But I got to tell you, 50 commitments already. That's pretty impressive. It sounds to me, though, when you're looking for developers, you're looking for people that are going to make a meaningful commitment to Project Echo.
Yeah, as you said before, right? We're taking a developer forward approach.
Mm-hmm.
That's so important when we talk about this space and this brand, because we're not looking for the person that has an extra site next to one of his hotels that
Right.
says, I want to build here, I want to operate one of these. What we want to do is launch with the right partners. And that's why it was so important to have Gulf Coast and Sandpiper as our launch partners. They know this space, they know how to operate in this space. And it's looking for those guests that want to spend 14 nights, 30 nights. Length of stay is so important in anything that we do in this segment. And so it's not about just getting that one room, that one night, maybe you can pick up $200 off of it, but rather hold that room because maybe there's an extended stay guest there. And so we're looking for developers out there that are going to build, 10, 15, 20 of these in exclusive areas and be able to do it that way.
Great. So, how can we learn more, particularly if you're at the Hunter Hotel Investment Conference?
Well, we're going to be at the Hunter Show all week, so please stop by our booth and see us. But if you're not available at the Hunter Show and you want to learn more information about Project Echo, go to our website at projectecho.wyndhamhotels.com.
See you at the floor at the Hunter Hotel Investment Conference. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, extended stay is the market that developers want to be in. That's why more than 25% of all hotels in the new construction pipeline are firmly fixed on this particular market segment. It's something I completely believe in, and I know is the future of hospitality. So for me, Glenn Hausman, thanks for watching No Vacancy News today. We'll see you next time.